I'm Tom Loughery, the lead guide from JTX Tours in Jim Thorpe. I moved here about 9 years ago. I discovered Jim Thorpe in 1996 through mountain biking, and I've been riding here ever since. And ever since 2004, I've been taking people out and helping them discover the many trails that are around this area. For a long time, Jim Thorpe has been noted as a mountain biking mecca of the East Coast. And the reason is because there's so many trails here, and there's trails for all levels of riders. You can find stuff to ride all day, and you can find stuff to ride at every ability. I've ridden rail trails all across the country, and the Lehigh Gorge Trail is one of the best anywhere. It's about 26 miles of nicely graded, smooth surface, gravel rail trail that takes you through what I describe as a biker's paradise. And the gorge itself is just one of the nicest areas in eastern Pennsylvania. One of the coolest things about the Lehigh Gorge Trail is that basically anybody can ride it and find enjoyment in it. Because the trail is relatively flat, anybody can go out and ride it, and you don't even need your own bicycle to enjoy the gorge. I can hook you up with a rental, and we can get out there and have a great ride, either for half a day or a full day. You can get some really beautiful views out there. Basically, you have a mountain on one side, you're on the trail, you have a river on the other side, and across the river is another mountain. So you're riding down this beautiful, pristine gorge. While we are riding through the beautiful scenery, we are actually also riding through history. It's one of the most historic areas on the East Coast. It's the path of the old Lehigh Valley Railroad, and this was one of the most important players in the Industrial Revolution. And it's one of the best ways you can spend a day around Jim Thorpe. For people who are a little more into mountain biking, Jim Thorpe also has some great intermediate trails. The Switchback Trail is another historic railroad grade that comes down from the old village of Summit Hill, where they initially found coal in the 1790s. Well, it doesn't bring coal down to Jim Thorpe anymore, but it brings riders down, and it's a little more of a technical trail. It's got a few more bumps, a few more roots, and some rocks. But in general, it's not too hard of a trail. It's a nice grade, and it'll give you a little bit of a workout, as well as honing your technical skills a little bit. The Switchback Trail is also serviced by shuttle, which helps. And if you go on a JTX tour, you get to hear the whole history of the Switchback and basically mining in this area, which was a big industry back in the 1800s. If you just want to get out and ride and you're on the intermediate level, we can take a spin up on the Broad Mountain Loop. Broad Mountain Loop is about an 11-mile trail. It's got a lot of ups and downs on it. It's a double track, so you can always pick a good line for your ability. And that's one of the biggest things with JTX tours, is we always tailor them to your ability. For those riders who want to test their fitness a little bit and maybe improve on some of their technical skills, the Broad Mountain Loop is definitely a good choice. JTX takes riders out and shows them the best of the trails based on their ability. If you're an expert rider, I can show you the stuff that you came to Jim Thorpe for. For advanced riders, you can come to Jim Thorpe, and in the mountains all around town, you can expect to find some crazy single track. We have twisty, rocky, rooty single track winding through the hills. We have balls out down hills. We have rock gardens that'll make you cry. In fact, this town is famous for the rocky, technical riding that's found here. There's so much technical riding here that you'll need a few days just to see even part of it. If you only have a short visit, you don't want to waste time looking for the right trails. You want to guarantee yourself that you get the best of Jim Thorpe while you're here. That's what the JTX is here for. I'm here to help you have the best time you can have, show you the best trails we got based on your ability, and just guarantee that you get the most out of your visit. Another great thing about going out with the JTX is that if there happen to be mechanical problems on the trails, our guides are trained mechanics, so we can fix just about anything that happens out there and ensure you get back safely. So if you're visiting Jim Thorpe and you want to make the most of your visit, contact the JTX. Visit www.thejtx.com.
Visit the Pocono Mountains Visitors Bureau's website at 800poconos.com.